Okay, so here's another group of our egg layers. So just fed them and made sure they have water. We had a couple eggs in here. So actually double rationed their feed for today and added in some of the 20% non-GMO as well to just give them a little extra. Topped off their water. We'll let them drink a little bit, top it off again, and keep checking them through the day for eggs. So the thing I tried to do that I failed at was a 72-hour fast. And I've tried shorter fast than that, like 48 hours. 48 hours is the longest fast that I've accomplished. And want to do one 72-hour fast this winter here. That would be the longest fast that I've ever done. And it is tough. It is tough. And I really thought I was well prepared for the 72 hours. Like I said, I've done 48. 60 hours would probably be like the next best goal point to go for, but I thought, if you make 60 and if it's timed so that like it hits at night and then you sleep overnight, you can make 72 pretty easy. But I started feeling bad about 28 hours in, and so 24 hours in I did a video and shared that I was 24 hours into a 72-hour fast, and was feeling pretty strong then. But then 28 hours in, I really started noticing not just the bodily indications that, hey, I'm fasting, the body is adjusting, but more serious than that, and even started to feel bodily responses that I knew were not something that I should push further on, but also kind of got that panic response in my brain somewhere that said, this isn't the time to push this. So you have an innate sense of when you can push and when you can't a lot of the time. I know there's times things sneak up on us and we don't see it coming, but in that instance, at about 28 hours into that attempt at 72-hour fast, I definitely felt like probably blood sugar was really getting low, and was actually still at work, and it didn't have any money on me like to go to the vending machine or anything, and had about another half hour at work and a half hour drive home, and was at the point I was thinking, God, I just need you to get me home. I just need you to get me home. I get home, I can eat whatever my stomach will tolerate, and I'll sleep it off. And so that's pretty much how it shook out. I got home, and I was just at that point, heading home. I was about 30 hours in, so I broke the fast eating at about 31 hours. But at that point, I was just the dull headache right above the eyebrows, pretty nauseous feeling. Not shaky, but starting to feel a little bit of the large muscle tremors, a little bit of shakiness, and cold and tired. Just, totally fatigued, feeling cold, wanted to just go to bed. So, and actually, my brain perceived a little bit of hunger, but I went to eat, and my family had spaghetti, and I dished out a reasonable, appropriate portion size bowl of spaghetti, not a huge bowl, and could only eat about a third of it and save the rest of it. So really thought I had a hunger, but really did not. So ate a little bit, put away what I didn't eat, had put on comfortable clothes and extra warm clothes and slippers on my feet, because that helps you warm up your core temperature too, and went to bed and slept like a champ, and really felt excellent this morning. So I haven't eaten yet. Yeah, I haven't eaten yet this morning. Gonna go eat. I do actually have some eggs from our hens, which we hardly ever have eggs from our own hens. And that's one of the reasons, incidentally, not gonna talk a lot about this now, but we are seriously thinking we're gonna totally move away from commercial egg sales, poultry sales, over all of 2025. By the end of 2025, we'll have moved away from it, and into 2026, just having chickens for our own eggs, our own poultry, and shifting kind of away from that small farm business and shifting toward just a homestead perspective. So, but anyway, but I did attempt the 72-hour fast. Wanted to, full disclosure, tell y'all I failed. I didn't make it, but it was, I mean, it was a good fail. It was a good fail, because if I'd pushed further, it wasn't safe. And that is one thing about fasting. Other than I generally want to lose weight, and I'm going to incorporate some extended fasting pretty aggressively into my routine as a tactic toward that, because I don't want to take pills. I don't want to take shots. I don't believe in jumping on the Ozempic bandwagon for weight loss. So, you know, I just am not going to do that. So I have to find a different way. So I am going to use fasting, and at some point I'll try the 72 hours again. You know, there's a lot of variables go into that, just like with anything else. And so I was trying the 72-hour fast, but you know, I still have to go to work. I still have to do some work outside. It's freezing outside. That's a big demand on the body physically. So it's probably the right thing, but it wasn't the right thing at the right time. So I'm gonna try again. But it definitely, like I said, I feel like it was a good fail, because I feel like if I'd pushed further, I was into probably some dangerous territory at that particular juncture. So anyway, fasting is hard. Fasting is very hard. If you attempt it and you run into a wall, there is absolutely no shame in backing off and trying again, because backing off could be the safest thing for you to do at that point, right? So anyway, so I think we're about wrapped up on chicken chores. What's going on in here? Tanner, I already checked the chickens. They're squawking at him. No, Tanner. No, you're not allowed to have their food. You're not allowed to have their food, friend. Fast from the chicken food. Okay, y'all, thanks so much for joining us. God bless you, and we appreciate you.